What's up, everyone? So, today I was thinking a lot about what ego is and how young men should develop a super ego inside them. So, I was in my gym and I was talking to my friend, and we both were discussing about my previous video, men's insecurities, and how I'm gonna tackle them. And I actually gave him a piece of advice that all usually works for me. It's on the lines of developing a super ego or a superficial image of yourself. Like, this is me in my current state. Like, I'm at a point A. I have less money. I'm broke. I'm almost broke. If my dad doesn't support me, I'm broke. I'm not good enough in the gym. I don't look good physically, and in general, I'm not so capable as a person. So, and like, this is my superficial ego, the male self-image that I want to that I aspire to be like. So this is somewhere where the elites are, right? How would I describe it? Like a man who is insanely capable, who is articulate, who is rich, who is strong, who is intimidating, everything, all that. You can combine that. Something on the lines of Christian Grey, Bruce Wayne, and like James Bond. Like a combination of all three of them. Like, I really aspire to be like someone like them because they are really, really capable human beings. They are good in multiple aspects of their life. Like, they are good physically, they look good, they have strength, they are smart, they are rich, they are classy, they have a particular style, they are knowledgeable, they read, they can speak properly, they are intimidating, they're insanely talented. Like you know, James Bond can do parkour, he can dance, he can play poker, and etc. etc. I mean to say that in general, men should aspire to be a full stack. Now, this kind of thinking is fueled by ego. And why am I saying ego? Is because a lot of people, and in stoicism too, and in general, as a young adult, we are taught to just let go of ego, to be humble, and to not to not take part in any conflicts, to do something, to pursue anything such that nobody gets hurt, nobody there are in general no points of conflicts between anyone. And I think that's a really bad thing to aspire be like, because first of all, we are not capable. Me personally, how can I humble myself in the area of gym or like working hard if I'm not good enough? Like, legit, you can see my physique, I'm not good enough. I'm like 65, 66 kilos, and I want to be, my ideal self would be like 80 kgs, sub 15% body fat, and like real good strength. I'm not there yet. And yet, the popular narrative I see in YouTube and self improvement, that you should be humble and the ego is the enemy, and you should be more stoic and etc. And I used to believe in all that, and for an year or two, I believed in that. But I started to, you know, radicalize a bit uh, in June of last year, and I started developing this thinking like, I want to be a monster. I want to be a monster first. I want no holds barred, all full on potential. I just want to be unapologetically ruthless, and then I want to like control it. I am quoting this off of Jordan Peterson's quote. He says, harmless man is a weak man. Men should be dangerous, and then men should be insanely dangerous, they should be capable, and then they should work on to control their power, because a strong man with a stoic mindset is a very dangerous man, not a weak man. Because if you're weak like me, I believe I'm sort of weak in many aspects of my life. Like, I don't like, from that quote from Fight Club where he says, how much would you know about yourself if you have never been into a fight? And I've never been to a serious fight for almost a decade. and I don't know my capabilities, and I often doubt them. So it is pointless for me to say that I'm pacifist and I'm stoic. I have no other choice, really. I have to be that, either that, or I have to be strong and capable. I have to believe in my strength and then control it so that I don't harm anyone else. That's something I often want to meditate about, and I am meditating about that. What does truly terrifies me, what I am afraid of. The question that Ra's al Ghul asks Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins: "What are you afraid of, Mr. Wayne?" I ask that question to myself like almost all the times when I'm sitting alone. I ask that question to myself. That's why I know it's not easy for people to create a superficial ego, but there's a thing that worked for me. I watch a lot of movies, right? So if I watch a movie and some traits of some traits of protagonists really excite me, I just tend to add those particular things into my bucket list that I want to be capable. I don't know what it is, but I'd say that it is similar to Cristiano Ronaldo's competitive drive. I want to improve. I want to improve. The main difference between me and CR7 is that he puts insane amount of work and dedication, and I don't. Usually, what I always did in throughout my entire life, that because this concept is a double-edged sword, because you are prone to do mental masturbation, and I used to think and visualize myself as one of my super egos, like I am this successful articulate guy, and I used to get so much excited about being one, and I actually broke one of the cardinal sins of self improvement, that you shouldn't preach what you are planning to do, that action speaks louder than words. I used to communicate my thoughts and these ideals with people that are close to me, and obviously they were really appreciative of them, and they were really impressed that I have such nice thinking. And I would just feel that the kind of approval that I would have gained if I was that kind of person, and the kind of approval I gained by discussing these thoughts of being like one, uh they're not this they don't give me the same amount of dopamine, but it is on a very comparable range. That's why there exists a concept called mental masturbation, which I suffered for a lot of time, and I'm finally starting to see flaws in myself, and to see that I'm not perfect, and I want to improve, and I have to improve, and I have to keep myself accountable. That's why I started this video vlogging thing. I know a lot of people don't watch it, but I don't really care about anything. I just want to just put it out there, because like my first video, I was discussing about being a consumer, so I started producing what I was consuming. Let's see what's happened. Sometimes I really feel anxious about if all of these things that I aspire to be like are gonna true one day. Sometimes I have nihilistic thoughts like, what if I die tomorrow? Why am I putting so much work today? What if I die tomorrow? And all of these really just make me more complacent in some ways or another. Yeah, I've said that. There. I was talking to Hirsch today, and we both were discussing about the same thing, and he said that, like, he said something on the line along the lines of he doesn't like publicly accounting his actions, and that he would do something like maintain a diary or some sort of. And I said, and he also believed in the theory that it's not about the destination, it's about the path that we are taking, the journey. And I said all of the things that he believe in is actually bullshit, because until and unless you have a fixed plan of where you are going, you cannot decide the path. If you don't know how to go to from Solon to Delhi, you don't know the path, how would you enjoy the journey on it? You might just take a wrong road, and you might just drift off into the abyss. So you have to be vigilant about what your true goal is, and you have to keep that in mind, and you have to enjoy the process. Like when we travel to somewhere, we actually enjoy in the journey. We actually take time and just sit around and enjoy the weather around, environment around, but at the end of the day we don't stay there, right? We have to go to our destination. That's why I think it is important to keeping yourself accountable, and it's all about the destination, not the journey. This YouTube thing and my project Redon that I started 1 year ago, both of them were to keep myself accountable, and in many regards they did, but I want to take it to another level. I'm gonna publicly humiliate, not humiliate, but publicly gonna just shame myself, and so that I just let go of these insecurities. Like the things that I am discussing with you all, I usually find it very secretive and very private, and I don't even discuss them to my girlfriend at this time, or at any time. But that's the whole point. If I want to get rid of these insecurities, I have to publicly accept them, and the only way to accepting them is by embracing them. So this is my method of embracing them. So yeah, I'll quickly summarize the video. This video was all about creating a superficial ego. Y'all should really aspire to be like someone who us a kind of goal which is like inachievable, something that gives you constant drive. So, and once you become capable on a certain level, you can start humbling yourself. Like if, like I really admire this mindset from First Man. He said that men live their lives in reverse. Like in our age too, like I'm gonna graduate in 3 4 months, and I can see majority of the people in my college and graduates, and even my seniors too, they live their life on the weekends only. They just hate the job, and they just work and work and work, and they just get drunk on the weekend. That life isn't for me, and isn't for a lot of individual. I cannot work on 9 to 5 and live on the weekends. That's why I'm gonna work hard, because all of these things which people think in current day are fun, like sleeping around or grooming or looking good and etc., these all can be achieved in like 6 7 months if you have the money to back it up, if you have the success and confidence to back it up. And confidence, I must say, comes from capability. If you feel yourself as a capable man, you will feel confident in any kind of situation. Like confidence, I will put up this for another video. So, and another point I was telling is to hold yourself accountable. Anyhow, if you want, I can include your accountability in this daily section of video that I publish every day. I was discussing this with Harsh, and he is actually a little bit, I would say, he is in a little bit of mental trouble. He is I don't know what's the correct word to say, but he is in pain, and I know he's fighting it all, but at the end of the day it's his battle, and he's gonna fight it. I can help, and I will help him in any sort of ways that I could. But massive kudos to everyone who are fighting their battles, like my best friend Ritik. On a superficial way, you can see everyone would think his life is all sorted out, but he is stuck in, he got a good job, he's sorted on his relationship side and etc., but he isn't satisfied. And I love that competitive drive. He isn't satisfied with what he has, and he's not satisfied, but he is actually very grateful for what he has as of now, not like some ungrateful prick. And I really feel grateful for God for providing him with strength. Although ironically he is an atheist, but I pray for God for strength for everyone who is fighting mental battles and still not giving up. So I respect you, Ritik, and Harsh, you too, and all of my friends. Like, I want to give a quick update. My other best friend Arush, he started to take his life in his own hands, and he started working out again, and it's been a month, and he's absolutely enjoying the grind back again. And I really love when my homies, when my friends take control back into their own
Your
hands.
Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
I don't know what triggered my Google Home. I think that's it for today's video. See ya.